Excuse me. Hey, it's Mega, aka the Art Messiah, here to save you from your art sins. Welcome back to another weekly art stream. Today we're going to be working on figure drawing, and we're going to be doing a figure drawing workshop. So hopefully you guys have your pens and pencils ready, because we're going to be stepping through the entire process. We haven't done one of these in a while, and I personally need the practice, and so I would encourage you to also just practice these fundamentals as you get better and better with drawing poses and anatomy and clothing as well. But I will show you the ways, so just hold on just a moment. We're going to do some announcements first. For those of you that are new here, hey, my name is Mega. As I stated previously, I do comics and webcomics specifically. But I also draw manga, and I'm a writer and a musician, just kind of tapping into all these different creative zones. So if any of the work interests you, feel free to check out my website and my socials. One quick, highlight, something that I want to talk about is the new Sonic movie is coming out, Sonic 3, and I created some Sonic artwork for it, and it would be amazing to have your all support. But also, if you just like my artwork and would love to get some custom artwork for me, I created a batch of stickers, and right now they are 25% off, and I'll ship anywhere to the US. But we have Knuckles, Tails, Shadow, Amy, and Sonic, and they're kind of big stickers. They're about 3 inches. The dimensions aren't like perfect, but 3x3 is just some rough estimates to kind of give you an idea what that looks like. So basically, imagine it'll fit inside the palm of your hand, that kind of thing. But yeah, this is on my Ko-Fi shop, or Coffee is probably how you're supposed to pronounce that, because it is a platform all about donating to your favorite creators. And so these are all the ways in which you can come in and donate. You can either send me a coffee, or you can buy one of my stickers, or anything else from the shop that I have available. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and hop right into today's stream, because I'm going to try to hop off around 9:30, and we're just going to be doing some figure drawing today. So again, grab some paper, a pencil. If you like to use a digital drawing surface, grab that. I'm going to be working on my Samsung Notebook 9 Pro. But if you have a Galaxy tablet or an iPad or anything else that you like drawing on, feel free to bring that out, because we are going to be getting started in the next minute or so. I just need to log into my YouTube channel so I can check in on the live stream and make sure that the audio is okay and that I can respond to any chats if they come through. One other thing that I'm going to do before we get started as well is going to be just posting this on my socials real quick. So just give me a minute to make sure I let people know that I am indeed live. Okay, so it looks like we are good to go. Okay, so we're gonna need to do a little bit of reorienting my screen. So just give me 1 second while I do something real quick while I reorient myself. Okay, that's looking good. Coming back to our live scene, and we're just gonna need to, let's see here, I think take this off. Yeah, that's part of it, and then we're gonna get rid of our image slideshow. And there, hopefully you can see both of those screens. So now you're gonna be able to draw along with me as we go along and work on these things. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. We have about an hour, so this is an hour drawing session for you guys to draw along, learn how to create some figures, and hopefully get better at creating this stuff from scratch. Now, this is a website I love to use. It's called Sketch Daily. There's a couple other websites that I use, such as Quick Poses, great website as well. And also Pose Maniacs I use sometimes as well, which has like the anatomy as well. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna do 5-minute ones, and we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it, okay? So what I like to do personally is I like to start off with the torso, and I like to show the angle of the shoulders. I like to draw on the torso as kind of this trapezoid shape, like so. And then I like to show kind of like this fleshy section, right? There's no really bones in between here, besides the spine that goes in back. And then I like to show the direction that the hips are moving in, something like that. And then what I'll do is I'll do like a middle dividing line just to kind of show the rotation of the body, okay? All right, and we're just gonna go ahead and increase this canvas size, like so. Yeah, notice how I just keep these lines fairly light, like so. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out this eraser. Well, we can do that actually. And we're gonna decrease the size of that to about here, should be fine, maybe one less. No, we'll keep it, well yeah, one less, and we will zoom that back in, like so. Okay, so notice how I got the main pose down quickly and used simple shapes to encourage this, all right? So we're not gonna slow down too much yet. We're gonna keep on adding in important elements, which is the head tilt. And the head tilt, we're gonna draw on the fingers as well. Like, you want to practice getting the form of the hand. You don't have to get all the individual fingers like perfect, but you want to, at the very least, think about this concept, which is like drawing the hand as like mitt. But anyways, you're just trying to enhance the expression of whatever it is that you're drawing. And so what I mean by that is that you want the hands to be just as expressive as the gesture. And so you want the fingers to be splayed in a certain way, whatever the case may be, because you're trying to convey as much emotion as you can when you're creating these studies. You're trying to create as much movement in the pose. All right. Now what you can do at the end, this is not necessary. Truly, it's really not. But sometimes what you can do is you can add like a bold line on the perimeter, and then that can help your form read. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to be doing that right now. Okay, again, I like to start off with the angle of the shoulder, so it's slightly tilted down this way. The torso begins to lean this way slightly, okay? And then imagine this what do you call this? This is like your abdominal range. So your lower torso is then curving back this way, and then it swings out, the hips swing out to the side like this, and then we draw that center line. At the bottom of this shape here, we create kind of like where the pelvic bone would be. Okay, so in this pose, we have some foreshadowing going here. Notice how this leg still stays within like this body, so you don't want it to jut out too far. When I'm thinking about doing gesture drawing, I'm thinking about the overall rhythms of the body and how everything is kind of connected together. Now when you're doing these, you can also kind of use stick figure kind of proportions almost. The knee is right here, so this leg is coming right out towards you, and the knee kind of comes right here, and that's curving. Okay, so something like this. Is it perfect? No, but that's okay. Now this other leg, think about that rhythm, right? So we draw that rhythm in there. And this knee stacks on top of that knee, and it comes just straight back in like that. And that leg comes down through here, okay? So in order to get proportions right, you're thinking about the rhythms too. You're not just thinking about mathematical measurements. And that's something that I teach quite a bit, is to start to figure out the rhythms of the body and not just the anatomy, because the anatomy is important, but if you want drawings that really feel like they're coming to life, you want to really focus on the movement and the flow of the body so they don't feel stiff. So if that's something that you struggle with, like your proportions feel stiff, or just your drawing, just your gesture drawings feel stiff, that might be the problem, because you're trying too hard to get the anatomy right, and you're not worried, or you're not focusing on the flow of the body and how things actually connect together and flow together. And that's going to help you with the proportions and the anatomy as well. So that's why, as an artist, we do lots and lots of gesture drawing, because we are trying to understand the flow, the movement of the body, okay? And it's a lifelong learning thing that we got to do, and we have to constantly exercise these muscles in order to get better, if you want to get better at this. Okay, now for the head, what I've been doing recently is just using a block. And for me, it's been better than an oval, because an oval is kind of ambiguous. When you put angles in, you start you start giving a little bit more information about it. And for some reason, I just like the visual of it better. For me, it's a little bit clearer to see, what is going on and whatnot. So take that with a grain of salt, but yeah, anyways, that's what I'm doing. I'm not worried about clothing yet. Okay. So again, just general proportions. We can, if we want to, start to throw like hair in there. That can actually help you with finding like the rhythm of things and kind of help you frame things and whatnot. So we can do something like that, sure. Okay, now this pose is difficult because we don't really actually get to see much of the human body, but we can still do the same kind of approach here. So, you know, what I see is first the shoulders, and they're kind of sloped like this, and so we kind of get that going. Now the difference between female and male torsos, and this is generalizing, is that male torsos are generally a little bit longer and a little bit boxier, and so the hips will not come out as wide, and so we'll do something like that. Now I can tell underneath this clothing that this leg is slightly coming out like such. Remember, we're thinking about our rhythms with other parts in the body. Okay, trying to get that rhythm down. This is kind of a boring pose, to be honest, like not that much going on. Now remember yeah, like that's where the arm should kind of end right there. Again, we're not so worried about, at least at this point in time, okay, so something like this. And what's a good method too for correcting things is just going ahead and flipping that canvas. And then I kind of notice that, hey, this neck actually needs to move slightly like this. All right. So you guys see how I'm just kind of constructing this a little bit at a time. and it does not need to be perfect. What is up, Icebear Shinobi? How's it going? We are doing some figure drawing today, so if that's something that you need some extra practice in or would like some extra practice in, feel free to join along. I think we're going to be going around 9:30 today. Okay, so for this gesture drawing, we're going to draw on the clothing as well, just because I think it'll be kind of interesting and fun. So again, start off with the shoulder to show the direction of that torso, and we draw in this trapezoidal kind of shape. We draw in the direction of the lower torso. Okay, we draw in that midline still, and then we start drawing in the legs, like so. And yeah, just want you guys to notice just like the way that my pencil kind of flows. It kind of just flies around the page, making connections and whatnot. And honestly, when I'm creating my own poses, I'm also kind of thinking about this stuff as well. I'm thinking about, you know, how does one part of the body relate to the other part of the body? And as you continue to do this, you're just going to get better and better, you know. Okay, so right above her knees is kind of where this dress is sitting. Alright, so that's how we're gonna draw it. And it's a tiered dress, so we're gonna draw these different tiers. And I think it kind of gives this fun, cool, kind of layered look like that. Also, how's it going tonight? Is there anything that you're working on, projects? Just how are things going in general? We got some Mega Man Battle Network music kind of playing in the background. It's a real chill night. Again, notice how I'm finding these relationships by doing these sweeps from one body part to the other, helping me locate where things should go and should be. Alright, so we're gonna shift this down slightly. Okay, and then this kind of fluff, ruffle stuff is kind of happening right here too. which I think is an interesting part of that dress she had going on. So anyways, okay. Is there anything that you guys struggle with when it comes to drawing poses? All right, we can kind of exaggerate a little bit with the hair there. And we can get in a little bit of the clothing. Okay. I think I might do something a little bit different after this one, because I've been going at it for a little bit. Anyways, we are still starting off with that. And we go here. We are going to change it up just a little bit. And we are going to listen to something new. Let's see what we got here on deck. Let's do some Steven Universe. We'll just do piano covers. We'll keep it chill. Alrighty. Hey, we are making progress. Anyways, this is how we are looking at things right now. I think we're going to put it in a little bit more detail into some of the weapons that we got going on. But other than that, I'm kind of happy with, generally how it looks. So, yeah, there's that. But yeah, just notice how I'm doing gesture. Notice how I'm finding those proportions and whatnot. Let's see, information help. Let's see if it'll, if I click stop, will I be able to see what I've done? And if I click back, will it go back? It will go back. So let's do that first and foremost. I'm gonna change this canvas size again because we want to make it just a wee bit taller. Just a wee bit taller there. And that way we can finish off some of these that we're working on, just like that. Okay. And this goes behind the head, so we just go ahead and erase that like so. And do that. Okay, that sounds nice, but we're gonna switch it up again. It's kind of being trampled a little bit. Alright, y'all. I might go ahead and put a pause there on today's session. Hopefully it was just kind of like a fun draw along. Let me know in the comments below if you like the workshop type session. I realize I didn't talk that much, but I've kind of talked about drawing poses and stuff like that for quite a bit. And the next time that I do a workshop type of thing, I'm kind of planning for it to be like going over specific body parts and really implementing the knowledge of anatomy that we are going over at that point in time. And so in any case, yeah, I think that's about it. Maybe we'll do a little bit of doodling. Let's see here. Do I want to add anything to the sheet? You know, sometimes when I look at a sheet like this, I'm like, hey, how can I like fill in blank space, whatever the case may be. And I am kind of thinking about like, okay, if I post these kind of sheets online, like, yeah, again, how would I add them all together to create something that's kind of appealing to look at. So I am thinking about that a little bit too. Zooming in, checking out some of the work we did. And I'm liking the amount of motion that I'm putting into this. I don't know, sometimes I like to do a close-up of faces, and I think we're going to finish off the session with just a quick couple minutes. And so, you know, kind of using this Loomis head thing of construction that I've taught you all about. All right. Okie dokie dokie, we are going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for joining in today. I hope you guys had fun watching the process of us going through these different poses. And let me just do some quick final wrap-up announcements. Again, if you want to keep up with my work, please check out my newsletter. I already have a bunch that have been uploaded, and I'm going to continue to update you guys there on future projects, merch drops, all that kind of thing. It's going to be a lot of fun and hopefully pretty informative as well if you are an artist as well and you just want to see how other artists are doing certain things, or you're just curious to learn my process, or you're curious to learn about my projects. You know, there's a little bit of this and that for everyone out there. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And until next time, peace, love, and deuces.